Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. This is Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, noise, rumours, murmurings, incomings and outgoings. If you are new to our channel, make sure you are subscribing, smash the likes. Let's have a like target of 800 on this one. You have smashed everyone, so I have no doubt you'll be able to do this one. And comment your thoughts in the comment section down below. But if you are new around here and you enjoy transfer news, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you enjoy the channel and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to it because it helps me out massively. So Aston Villa are linked with another right back, Andrei Ratiu. And what I feel like has happened here now is a couple of days ago, we started talking about Villa had got and Monchi had got a list of right backs that we were linked with, that we were going after, but we only knew of a couple. We only knew of Mingueza and we only knew of Wesley. And I feel like now we're starting to get a few splutterings of what that bulk of players look like. There was a rumour yesterday, very late on yesterday, about some others, and there were two others on the list. So we're going to go through one of them that's on the list because the other one, I feel like, although would be really good and has played with Emery before, we've been linked before, the injury list is very long, and I think we need to really stay away from that one. So let's have a look at the rumour and what we've got. So Matteo Moretto has been pretty vocal on Villa this window. So I feel like he is kind of on to us and he does kind of have a bit of a link of what's going on. So Aston Villa are looking for a right back and have set their sights on La Liga. The English club, coached by Unai Emery and managed by Monchi, is currently working on different options and has three names underlined in red. Okay. Let's see what we got then. Oscar Mingueza. Yes. Andrei Ratiu. Yes. And Juan Foyth. Okay. That is the one that I think we should stay away from. There are the options that the coach and sporting director like the most, and the feasibility of their transfers is being studied in case, if necessary, the Birmingham clubs decide to pay a significant sum for any of them. So, Andrei Ratiu, who is he and do we know him? We do know him because you would have seen him at the Euros in the summer with bright blue hair. He was playing for Romania and really did catch the eye, obviously because he got blue hair, so you can't really miss him. But he stood out because he was actually really good for Romania. They had a good Euros, didn't they? And I remember being impressed with him of how sort of tenacious and quick he was, and his recoveries and his defending was pretty good. So he really did catch the eye there. But he has had some battles, and he's had some big battles, and he's generally come off well in a lot of these big battles that he's had. Big battle number one is to be able to out sprint Vinny Jr. So his speed is absolutely, it is rapid. Like, he is rapido. So that is one big plus point. We'll get on to sort of like comparing him to Mingueza in a second. So he's absolutely rapid. So if we do play the high line, he would be able to have those recoveries really well. He's able to get forward well. We've got him as well up against tricky wingers. So he was able to come up against De Bruyne and Doku, and he was able to get the upper hand on Doku at the Euros. And again, you can see him here being able to get on that recovery and put the ball out for a corner. We've got another one here. He was able to get the upper hand on Luis Diaz in an international game against Colombia. So what I like about him is that when he comes up against elite players, he's able to raise his game and get to a level where he's able to really compete and he's able to nullify them. And I think for Villa, that's a pretty good trait to have, really, because we know in the Premier League there are a lot of good wingers. Maybe not so this guy, Mudryk, but he was able again against Sweden to get the upper hand and be able to really nullify Mudryk as well. So I think that's really pleasing to see. He was able to do the same against Riquelme. He was able to get past and beat João Cancelo. So he's able to take on players. His take-ons are a very big attribute of what he's got. His dribbling ability, that's something that he's big on. So if you start thinking about what Emery likes, and we've mentioned this a couple of times now on the channel, is that Emery's massive on duels. He's massive on take-ons. He wants you to beat your man. He wants you to win your individual battles, and he wants you to be able to carry the ball up the football pitch. And those are traits that Unai Emery has instilled in this Aston Villa side. You know, and he can get into these attacking areas. He does remind me, when you look at him a little bit, he does remind me of McGinn a bit. How sort of, you know, he's a bit stockier, he's a bit lower centre of gravity. He can sort of like bulldoze through players. So I actually quite like him. I think he would be a good right back. There are a couple of little downfalls to his game, and it's his aerial ability, which I think for Villa, and we've spoke about this quite a lot, haven't we, that we need that versatility. We need to improve our defence. I think that's the big issue at Villa at the minute. The defence has got to be improved, and I think going forward, I like him. I think defensively, I think Mingueza would be the better, more rounded option. So we'll go through and we'll have a look at some of the stats then. So let's have a look at the general vibe of what we do. So he's Romanian, so he's 26 years of age. He's right-footed, and his weakness is his aerial duels, which is what I've touched on. Oh, look at this, guys. So far this season, Stofer score rating of a 6.99. Just falling short of my 7 rating across the board. We can see from his heat map here that he really ventures into the 18-yard box, which is really good to see. He's attacking. So he's probably more dynamic and more attacking than Mingueza. He's played 16 games. He started 15. He's got 1 goal and he has got 1 assist. So the numbers are quite low for a player that he's getting forward. He's got an accuracy of 84%, in his own half 86%, opposition half 74%. We've got 2.1 tackles per game, 4.6 ball recoveries per game, 1.6 clearances per game. Dribbling stats, amazing. 59% of successful dribbles, 49% of total duels won, 53% of ground duels, which again are all very, very good. But 29% of aerials. Now, that would be a stumbling block for me because, like I've said, I want our overall defensive unit to get stronger. And I think the aerials need to be higher. So he's played through the Romanian youth setup. He's played for Romania 26 times and he's got 1 goal. He's got a market value of 7 million euros, which again, I think is pretty reasonable for us. We can see here that some of his key attributes, he's got 3.97 progressive passes per 90, 3.46 progressive carries per 90, 2.06 take-ons, 2.43 touches in the attacking penalty area. So I think if we want an out-and-out attacking right back, I think this guy would be very, very good. Ratiu would be really good. But do we want the merger? I think we do. I think we need the overall package. I think if we have a little look here, you can actually compare players. So we've got his creativity is 54. His defensive is 62. Mingueza, let's have a look at how he compares. So he's actually rated better than Mingueza in defending. Mingueza's rated 41, but then Mingueza's attacking is 61, creativity is 74, technical is 65. If we ever compare him to Cash now, compare him to Cash. Right, where's Matty Cash? So we've got Cash's defending is at 58, creativity is at 48, attacking is at 46, and technicals at 52. So defensively, he's slightly better than Cash in that area, but Mingueza is better in that creativity wise. So I think we go with Mingueza. I think he's the one for me that I would go for. Like I said earlier, Foyth, I think his injury record is just not up to scratch. I don't think. It might show you what his injury record is like on here. If we can we see it? Is it going to show us? It showed us for the other guy. No, I don't think it's going to show us. But yeah, he's been injured and I think he's had an operation as well. So yeah, I would stay clear of him. The other news that dropped last night is that Ipswich are signing Philogene for £21 million. I think Mr. Monty take a bow, because that is an incredible amount of money for a player that we signed for around 11 or 12 million to then get 21 million. So that 6 months has been just absolutely mad for us to be able to put any amount of profit on top of that. So it should mean that Marlon probably isn't that far away now if we're getting rid of Philogene without bringing in a replacement. So, you know, for PSR, 21 million on Jaden for the books is absolutely remarkable for a player that it's just not worked at Villa, has it? So maybe he can go and it can work elsewhere. And yeah, maybe that was the plan all along, because maybe in the summer we couldn't get the Diaby replacement because of finances and PSR. Maybe we thought, okay, little stopgapper. Let's bring Jaden back. He could do a job. We know that Everton and Ipswich want him. They will probably still be there in a year's time or 6 months' time. Let's go out and get Marlon, etc. And maybe it's worked out like that. So it's really interesting how it's come together. But, you know, I'm pleased that we're getting a substantial amount of money, which is going to mean we're going to be able to do business as well. So, yeah, we had a lot of rumours yesterday. Today's been a good one as well. And I think it's just merged and showcased, you know, what we're looking at, you know, different profiles of right backs. And I think it's interesting to see, like, which one do we all think we should be able to bring in and which is going to be the best one for Aston Villa. So thanks, everyone, for watching. If you are new around here, make sure you are subscribing. Smash the likes, comment your thoughts. Up the Villa.